the Function with Purpose podcast. All things health, wellness, fitness, and education through the physical therapy perspective. I am Dr. Amy Bullock, owner and founder of Fortress Physical Therapy. Fortress PT is here to serve the Charlotte metro area by highlighting the importance of how and why physical therapy should be a part of your health and wellness lifestyle. Here we go. Welcome to Season 6, Episode 5 of the Function with Purpose podcast. Dr. Amy here with you all today on this lovely day. As I am recording this, it is like a perfect fall day. No clouds in the sky. It's chilly out. I love it. This is definitely one of my favorite times of year. But as this episode actually releases, it's going to be wintertime. So, I try to record these as in the future as possible. So, I record them early and then I release them later. But, just to give you a little tidbit there. Okay, so today's topic of discussion. Pre-warm-up before warming up. With or while or to incorporate your physical therapy home exercise program. This is what I consider the pre-warm-up to getting your daily dose of exercise, of training. So pre-warm-up before warming up. Like what does that mean? Here's what it means in my eyes coming from the physical therapy perspective. So as a PT, you may know and realize that physical therapy is very exercise-based, and exercise meaning kind of like these lower threshold movements, so isolation work. Perhaps you have a shoulder issue and we have to isolate the rotator cuff muscles. So we provide the patient with specific rotator cuff movements. It might be heavy carries. And in my case, I love the Turkish get-up and some isometrics to tap into the tendon portion of the rotator cuff. Physical therapy home exercise programs don't have to be boring. Yet alone, how does one incorporate that into their daily routine? Well, this is where the quote-unquote pre-warm-up comes into play. So, making your physical therapy home exercise program unboring, but utilizing it and distributing it throughout your daily bout of exercise or training. So if you're a daily gym goer, then this is definitely the perfect way to consistently incorporate your physical therapy home exercise program within your workout routine. So it's the pre-warm-up or the physical therapy warm-up before warming up. So before starting your actual training routine for the day. So if you're like me, certain things prompt me to incorporate habits into my routine. So when I'm at the gym and I have my workout training plan in front of me on my phone, I already know walking into this that I have an intention to incorporate shoulder rehab and Achilles tendon rehab into or surrounded within my training routine. So if I'm in the gym, I'm going to do it. And I will be honest, I am at times a typical patient. If I'm not in the gym, I won't do my rehab unless I'm sustaining or experiencing some pain at the moment. Then I make it intentional. But being in that gym atmosphere gives me the prompt to be, oh, this is non-negotiable. If I do my physical therapy home exercise program, and it could be 1 to 2 movements, possibly 3, before I start my actual training or ending it after my training bout for that day, then I know I'm making those 1% gains, those 1% wins. So I'm pre-warming up before warming up. But it doesn't have to be boring. Physical therapy home exercise programs don't have to be boring. So when I prescribe a pre-warm-up routine to my patients, and again, the majority of them are pretty much daily gym goers, I educate them and try to lead them that, hey, this is your pre-warm-up before warming up. Here's what you're going to do. 2 different rotator cuff exercises. One is the Turkish get-up, could be an example, along with a chin over bar hold, or a pull-up isometric, holding your chin over the bar, and perhaps the rower. Incorporating those 3 different things in a pre-warm-up physical therapy fashion before you start dipping into your training routine for the day, or your CrossFit workout of the day, or your bodybuilding workout for the day, right? So pre-warm-up before warming up. So those specific 3 movements, perhaps here's how I would sequence them, perhaps. So I might do a 60-second row at a moderate pace, and then I get into 2 Turkish get-ups on each side, perhaps alternating, and then I do a 10 to 20 second chin over bar hold. And then I might rest for about 30 seconds, and then I go through that same sequence again 2 more times. Well, guess what? You did your dose of physical therapy home exercise for your rotator cuff. You're building more robustness. You're in the gym, so that already creates a carryover effect to, okay, I'm getting my body ready for my training regimen for the day. And you're knocking out the little stuff that matter, that give you that 1% win. So pre-warming up before warming up, but the pre-warm-up phase is the actual physical therapy home exercise program, right? So that is how I like to educate and prompt my patients. Hey, how am I going to incorporate my home exercise program into my daily routine? Well, if you already go to the gym and that is something that is a habit, and you're making yourself more fit, more well, more healthy, well, then that's the perfect time to sprinkle in that physical therapy home exercise program before or after training. And I am a firm believer of sequencing. So, with those 3 different movements for that rotator cuff or shoulder example, the rower, the Turkish get-up, and chin over bar hold, maybe you might reverse that order. Maybe, perhaps, it might be a ring row hold at the top, or a pull, right? You're pulling yourself into that ring row, bringing your chest to the rings, and you're holding that for about 15-20 seconds. And then you do 2 to 4 alternating Turkish get-ups on each side, and then you do perhaps maybe a 30-second row sprint. Get the heart rate up a little bit, and then you rest for about 30 or 60 seconds, right? There's multiple different ways to incorporate pre-warm-up or physical therapy home exercise program into and around your daily training and exercise program. So, if you are currently seeing a physical therapist and they are giving you a long-ass list of 10 to 20 different exercises, first off, if that were me, I wouldn't do it. Second off, how the hell am I going to carve out time with intention to perform those 20 different PT movements, right? That's old school thought. We want new school. We want purpose. We want intention. We want to get more bang for the buck. So pre-warming up, or i.e., that's where we do the physical therapy home exercise program. So, if you're unsure how to do something like this, or, if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, definitely reach out to me, Fortress Physical Therapy. Would definitely love to start working with you and be more purposeful. right? Because those little things matter. The physical therapy exercise routine matters. It's not just, oh, I have an episode of pain or discomfort, that's when I'm going to do my physical therapy home exercise program. No, this needs to be a daily thing, structured around your daily gym routine. That is how we build health, wellness, fitness, and recovery all in one. That's a wrap for today's episode, Function with Purpose podcast. For more information on this episode, please check out the show notes within your podcast app. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, or drop your comments and questions below. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Thanks for the listen. Pursuit, precision, purpose.